This is Pavlos, Pavlidis, and I like going to Chuck E. Cheese, mostly with Jaya.
Welcome to 5 Minutes with Dad, starring Pavlos and Angela Pavlidis, where you get to spend a few minutes with the smartest and coolest kids in the whole world, and their dad, too. And now, here are your hosts, Pavlos, Angela, and Nick Pavlidis.
Hey everybody, this is Nick Pavlidis, and thank you so much for being here for another episode of 5 Minutes with Dad. This is the podcast where you get to listen in on a little father-son or daddy-daughter time with me, my now 7-year-old son Pavlos, and 4-year-old daughter Angela. Before I play today's episode, I want to thank everyone who's been supporting us in iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, everywhere you listen to us. Your reviews, your shares have really helped us connect with more parents. And before I play the episode, I want to bring up the resource of the week. This week's resource is another parenting book. We've done a few in the past, and there's a new one that I've found. It's not really new, it's just new to me. I'm finding new awesome resources every week, and I find that the more I read about being a better parent, the better parent I become. So I highly encourage you to constantly be reading books on areas where you want to improve. Marriage, parenting, business, whatever it is that you're looking to improve, the most important areas of your life to you, keep reading. Because even if you just get one or two things or an awareness, a greater awareness of how you act or react in certain situations, just constantly be focused on putting good content into practice and expanding your database of information will give you such an incredible return. So this week's resource is How to Really Love Your Child by Ross Campbell. That is a book, How to Really Love Your Child. So children, one of the best things we can do is express to them unconditional love. That doesn't mean we want to approve everything they do, but that we want them to know and feel that we love them no matter what. Even when they make mistakes, even when they're acting up, we may not like the behavior, but we do love them and we will love them because that will build their confidence, that will build their sense of security, and it will last a lifetime. So check it out at 5minuteswithdad.com/lovebook, How to Really Love Your Child, Ross Campbell. 5minuteswithdad.com/lovebook. That's our affiliate link to send you over to Amazon to pick up a book. And this episode is about teamwork and goals. We recorded this before a couple weeks ago. We aired an episode about how to set goals. And this episode that I'm about to play actually was recorded before that. And I discovered that my kids didn't really know what goals were. So we talked a little bit about that in this episode. And then we did another episode that I was so excited about that I aired it before this one. So check this out. This is kind of cool. It's sort of a little flashback to maybe, I don't know, a month or two ago where I was introducing the topic or the concept of goals to Angela and Pavlos and working as a team. I think you'll enjoy it, and it would be good to spark some conversation about teamwork in your house. Enjoy the show. Who's ready for an awesome episode of 5 Minutes with Dad?
Me! The boy whose name Pavlos!
Yes, I'm here with the whole team today, and we're going to talk about an adventure that Angela took. A team? What do you mean, what's a team?
What's the team?
Who do you think's on our 5 Minutes with Dad team?
Us, Mommy.
Mommy's on our team. She helps us, and she takes us to do fun things that we get to talk about, right? Yeah, we all work hard together, right? Tell me about the different teams that you can think of.
Baseball, soccer, and football.
Yeah, baseball, soccer, and football have teams, but also team means more than just people who play sports together. Team means people who work together for a common goal and help each other out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So can you think of what our common, do you know what a goal is?
A goal is something you try to shoot at.
Yes, a goal is something you try to shoot at in soccer, but what about outside of sports?
And in baseball.
Well, baseball, you try and...
a goal is getting it as far as you want.
Yeah, that's a goal, but that's different. That's a great example because that's not scoring a goal because you don't score goals in baseball, you score runs, but your goal is to hit the ball, right? So a goal is something that you're trying to achieve, you're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So teams are people who work together. Teams are people who work together for the same goal. Can you think of what our goal might be for an episode of 5 Minutes with Dad? What do you think we're trying to do?
Getting a 30-minute with Dad.
30 minutes with Dad?
That's even more.
That is even more. But when we record for 5 minutes, we're trying to do what?
Finish the show, not wreck it, like we usually do.
We don't wreck it. Sometimes we bump into the microphones and we have to, well, a lot of times we bump into the microphone and Daddy has to go in and cut that part out, right?
Me and like to cut it out by doing that.
Yes. So if everyone's listening, we record with some software that shows us a blue wave when we're talking, right?
Yeah.
And if
Can
we,
I see my blue wave? Whoa.
yes,
Can I see my
go ahead,
blue
go ahead.
wave? What?
Yeah. So Pavlos and Angela like to look at the computer screen that shows them the blue wave. Okay. Yeah, but hang on, people can't listen. So when we bump into the microphone, we don't want to hurt your ears, everyone out there listening. So then Daddy goes like this. I go, because that tells me it goes 3 little spikes on the screen. So afterwards, when I'm going through to finalize the episode so that way everyone can listen to it, I know to look at that little spot because there was a microphone bump before it, right?
How about if you do it when it's not happened? How about if you look at it?
Well, now I am going to, now I don't have to because I just know that we were talking about it. Okay, so, but let's get back to goals.
Too, so you're not going to take mine away too.
Well, I'm not even going to take mine away because we're talking about it. So everyone's going to hear what it sounds like, what we do, our little strategy for cleaning up all the little bumps. So we don't even get all the bumps, but we get all of them as much as we can, right? Because we don't want to wreck everyone's ears, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
sometimes we have bumps like this.
yes, sometimes we have bumps like that. Okay. So our common goal.
Or bumps like this.
Yes. Hang on. Okay. So let's. Yeah. Sometimes you bump your head too, right? Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a huge bump.
Yes. Okay. But let's get back to
We don't
talking
wanna
about
show
goals.
them
Okay. Can we talk about goals? Our common goal here on 5 Minutes with Dad is to have, what do I say every time? We're ready to have a fun episode?
Yeah.
Yes. We're going to have some fun.
Dad.
Yes. And I said, who's ready for an awesome episode of 5 Minutes with Dad? That's the goal that I set when we start.
We actually, like, I'll say it. Who's ready for an awesome episode of 5 Minutes with Dad?
Yes. Yes. So every time before we get on the microphone, people out there don't know, but I say, guys, we're going to have a real fun episode. We're going to have a lot of energy. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to talk about something. And usually we end up talking about something different. Like today, were we planning on talking about goals? We ended up talking about goals. But what you and Angela, I don't know if you know, every episode when one of us says who's ready for an awesome episode for 5 Minutes with Dad, that's us telling everybody what our goal is for the episode. We're going to have an awesome episode, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So when we work together towards that goal, we're working together to make sure we have an awesome episode, right? Right, Ange?
Yes.
Oh, Ange is drinking water, right?
Drink the water. Drink your drink if you're thirsty, which I'm going to go and get my milk.
Okay. So apparently we have a drinking song here at 5 Minutes with Dad, right, Ange? All right. So when we say who's ready for an awesome episode of 5 Minutes with Dad, that's our goal. And when we work together towards a goal, we're acting like a what, Ange?
Superstar.
Like a superstar? How about like a team?
And I'm going to get my milk because I ran out of my Gatorade.
All right. Go get your milk. And Ange, so when we're working together as a team, does that help us have an easier time to have an awesome show when we're all working together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have a team here at 5 Minutes with Dad. And who's on that team?
And
Pavlos is in the background yelling. I don't know if anyone could have heard that, but Pavlos and Angela.
Pavlos.
And who else?
And Handsome Daddy.
Handsome Daddy.
And Nicholas.
Yes, and Mommy's on our team too because she helps.
And Handsome Daddy.
Yes, and Mom's. Oh, did you just burp?
Everybody, let's hear the burping sound.
All right. So we ended up talking about teams. Okay, it's the 5 minutes. We had a lot of silly time, right? So the episode's over now. Oh, you're pretending. So the episode's over now. Let's recap, right? There are teams in sports, right? And each sport has a common goal that everyone's working towards. In soccer, it's to score goals.
I just did it.
Yeah, in baseball, it's to score runs and to limit the other team from scoring runs.
I did what Angela just did.
Yeah. Oh, we're back. Okay, we had to pause for a second there because we got some bumps, right?
And baseball.
Yes, but
And racing on a car.
Yeah, racing cars. All the people work together to try and get the car to go really fast. And on our show, we work together to have an awesome show. And what else can you think of?
Some people don't want their car to go that fast.
Yes, I don't want my car to go that fast. I like driving slow like an old man, right?
Like driving is slow so you will never make it to the place?
No, I make it to the place slow and steady, right?
Yeah.
Slow and steady
You don't
wins the race.
No. Slow and steady loses the race.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know why it wins the race. Because other cars will crash into stuff.
That's exactly right. And you know, that's not just about cars. That's about other things too. If you were trying to build...
That's about white.
That's about what?
White.
White?
Yeah. White? I don't get white.
If you were trying to build a castle out of blocks and you built it slowly and carefully and the other person just kept throwing blocks on top of blocks on top of blocks that were going super fast, who do you think would win the castle race?
You.
The slow person or the one who was just going super fast?
Slow.
Yes. Okay. So oh my goodness, we talked about so much on this show. We talked about teamwork. Teamwork's not just sports. Teamwork's in shows and in other parts of our life. We talked about slow and steady. Now, let's talk about thanking everybody for listening to our awesome episode of 5 Minutes with Dad.
That's weird.
Say, thank you for listening to 5 Minutes with Dad.
Thank you for listening to 5 Minutes with Dad. Nicey.
So there you have it. Another episode of 5 Minutes with Dad in the books. Thanks again to everyone who's rated, reviewed us, shared us on social, in iTunes, in Stitcher, wherever it is that you like to listen to us. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to check out this week's Resource of the Week, How to Really Love Your Child, a best-selling book, over 1 million copies sold. Go to 5minuteswithdad.com/lovebook. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to 5 Minutes with Dad. To connect with Pavlos, Angela, and Nick, subscribe to the 5 Minutes with Dad newsletter at 5minuteswithdad.com.